Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here and welcome back to another episode of the Non-League to Legend French edition, or better than PSG, or the Paris 13 Atletico save, whichever way you call it. Since we last met, we have played Toulouse, we have beaten Toulouse. If you watched last episode, you would have known if we did do that, we we're going to give you the PSG game. And well, that's where we sit today. We're at the part, the Princes again, where we drew to PSG with a fully rotated side, trying to rotate for the final of the Conference League, which did not go well. You can watch that episode a few episodes back. PSG, great side. Mbappe, been an animal in this save. The 5-2-2-1, which they've used for 1,313 minutes. They create a chance every 27 minutes. They're a very good footballing side. They're most vulnerable against a 4-2-3-1, and that is what we play. Here he is again. Just need to show you, he's just broken. 57 goals he scored in 23 league appearances last year. 57 goals, 67 and 37 last year, 74 and 48. If he wasn't injured, he did a back injury last year, right? Pretty sure it was a sizable injury, right? Major, lowest back stress fractures for 5 weeks. That was a lot of games of football in that. If Mbappe was there, he would have scored something like 70 goals. 70. The guy is broken, and coming off an international duty might be in a little bit of trouble. Please note, we do have a lecture in 4 days after that as well, and then a quick rotation to AJ Aurier. We will be showing the lecture game as a second part of this episode. First game in the Europa League, and we're going to be looking to hopefully do a job on Lech. Maybe slightly rotated, maybe not. In terms of the team, we look like we're in pretty good shape. Dieng is back, and we're going to get him in with the experience. Apart from that, the rest of the team is as straightforward as it gets. Please note, after the interest of Collie, etc., we didn't get another bid. I've now looked at getting him on a 19k per week deal for the next 4 years, which will take him to the age of 31. My mum has just come home, so the dogs are going to bark during the episode. This is what you get. Dog. I'm so used to saying dogs. Milky. For those that don't know who Milky is, long story short, beautiful dog. Anyhow, let's continue on. PSG, Paris 13 Atletico. It is the Parisian derby yet again. Looking good. That's a full strap lineup. We're in trouble. You didn't have to get me anything. I'm too full to do whatever. Put that in the fridge.
Nice and hot.
Put it in the fridge.
How do you put yourself in the fridge?
Rightio, whatever. Anyway, we're going to pick off where I left off last time. Let's go see what else we can do. Rightio. Let's go have a look at the PSG side. We know this side so well. Coppola, Pavard, and Garcia. So the best three. Hakimi and Nuno Mendes. Marquinhos and Calvin Phillips. I'm busy here. You all okay?
Sorry. I'll have the ice.
Yeah, go take what you need. Go, buy a Munja. Fucking hell. Diop and Zanolo. Apologies, YouTube. And Mbappe up top. We're in a bit of a interesting one. Mum's gone out to go get herself some food. She's now left sugar all over my desk. Fun. Anyhow, we'll deal with that after this game. This is a sign of what to come. It's going to be a mess, this game. We're going to get pumped 5-1, aren't we? Any team you consider to be relegation favourites this year? Harvey ASC, because they usually yo-yo. I don't think that the quality survived. Done. Alright, here we go. Jose Mourinho's men. They played Diop up top last time. Zanolo, they just signed, by the way, from Chelsea. So this is Zanolo's debut. Yeah, this is going to be fun. 2 teams that have won their first 4 games. And saying that, though, we've played 3 of our first 4 at home. And the other one was Bordeaux with a 4.1 XG. We only scored 2 goals. Needed to come back from 1-0 down. With their first shot on target going in. Anyway, look, this is going to be a long game. Got a draw against PSG playing 5 at the back, but we have gone 4-2-3-1 because it has looked so good for us this year. But yeah, look at them move the ball around in this bloody 5 at the back system. Mbappe's too good. Anyway, Dieng trying to win the ball, doesn't. Calvin Phillips now. Ball over the top there, Kimi. Mbappe's there, and we're 1-0 down. They're just very good at moving the ball around. Inside 2 minutes, we're 1-0 down to PSG. We've kept most games versus them very competitive. I think the biggest we've lost is 3-1 to PSG. And there's been a handful of 2-1s. We lost the game 3-2, which we led 2-0. And then obviously the 0-0 draw on the final day last year where they fully rotated when we fully rotated. They won the league the week before, so they gave all their fringe players a game. And we rotated because we had the Conference League final. It's about to say, if you haven't a look at the statistics, it's been even, but now it's a corner. Schindler punches only as far as Calvin Phillips. He can hit one, and he does. And 2-0, just like that. Bang, bang. 2 goals down very quickly. Always fun when it happens like this against PSG. Good punch from Schindler, but then somehow gets pushed forward by his own defenders. I don't know. I know if I'm a keeper and I just punch the ball, I'm looking to get back into a position of making a save. 3-0 down now against Pavard. Well, this has turned to shit very quick. After winning every game in the lead-up, 4 games in a row, we're now 3-0 down to PSG inside 18 minutes. We're yet to be pumped by PSG in this save, ever. And here we are, 3-0 down in 17 minutes. For a second there, I thought we just then let Mbappe take it. Collie needs the ball, gets the ball, needs to score. Well, please be onside. That's all we care about is that please be onside. And it's 3-1. This game's been crazy. 4 goals inside 20 minutes. Unfortunately, when you're playing PSG, it's probably not a good sign. And, well, we're pretty unlucky because apparently Van der Hausen forgot that he had the ball at his feet and Mbappe really should have been in one-on-one. And Collie, though, continuing his run of form and scores again. Another highlight. With not even 20 minutes on the clock and it could be 4-1. Mbappe, luckily for us, hits the post, bounces off him, and there we are, 3-1. And now we get an injury to a left-back. What is new? Joe Lucas, get out there. We've had Long Yellow get injured, and now our other left-back's out injured. This is not particularly good. Dosu, Joe Lucas, Tossin, who has not conceded a goal playing, I don't think. I actually might have started the opening day, now that I come to think of it. Vinicius, he's been great this season, but unfortunately nothing there. Usually very good at whipping in a ball. Zaniolo now picks that one up. Nuno Mendes now. Coppola, Pavard, as they move it around. Marquinhos, Melbourne should have won it and then stopped. He made a great charging run, cut the passing angle, heavy touch, and decided not to tackle. And Mbappe's in. This is dangerous. Good save from Schindler to keep it at 3-1. We're at 6s and 7s. Apparently, Schindler's on a 6.1. They're saying one of the goals is his fault. I would say the second goal, he's done the right thing for punching, but keep staying out of position is not smart. That's an offside there. Hopefully that Manoz injury isn't too long, only a few weeks. The way it's been going with our left backs, it's going to be a 4-month injury. If you look in the stats, even game, just they've put 3 shots on target for 3 goals. We put 3 shots on target for 1 goal. Time's ticked away here. Going to go like that. That was not particularly great. I'm actually going to move into the 5 at the back system here. And you might be thinking, Damien, why? It allows me to rotate slightly. And with us being able to rotate, what that allows for us to do is get some of these players off that might need to play the next game. So like Dossu's not had a particularly great game. He's come back from international duty. We can go a target man on support, on attack. With Collie playing maybe on a poacher on the last man. Go that slightly more direct. Maybe don't play out from the back, and with the goalkeeper, longer kits distribute to the target man. He's a big boy, so may as well do it. Melville can get around him and buzz. And with that as well, DN coming back from injuries had a bit of a stinker, so I might get Alonso out there who's not match fit yet. And we'll do that. A few changes there. Like for like. Play a little bit more direct, a little bit more on the break. I might actually play for a set piece as well. Don't do that. Do that and whip the ball in. Because we've got a big boy up top. Like, we've got the big boy up front. We've got to go for him. Here we go. We look for him. That's what he's there for. Just bring everyone into play. Get everyone around the ball. Sit in second man and just run it. Unfortunately, that ball was meant for the target forward. Just didn't find him. Look, this is going to be just us trying to get the ball in and around him and knock it down. And hopefully Collie's alert. Which he usually is. Zaniolo. Only problem is anytime PSG are on the ball, we worry, don't we? Good press from us. We just didn't win the ball. Could have kept Collie on a pressing forward to try and win the ball. It's actually not a bad idea too. Just thought last man flick on might work as well. That run there, Hakimi's run is just so good and it's always unmarked. That should be a goal. I don't know if he's cut that, but I feel like Schindler, who's on a 6.0, probably should have done better. I reckon he's tried to save that and he's put it into the path of Mbappe. This is the most we've ever been pumped by PSG. So it's gone through Chavez as well. That's just so bad. But with that being said, this game's over. We are going to make some changes here. Tosson's going to come off too for Wenja forward. Apparently not. If that's the case, then prefer Wenja forward to come in. And all this is just like, all right, game over, done. We'll move along. Make sure the next one is what needed to be done. As we go to attacking, see what something might happen. You never know. See if we find a goal of some sort. Probably won't. Depay, free kick, save from Shinola. Carboni should have put it into the back of the net, should he not have? Ball finds Collie, poor touch. Don't need to see the goal line technology there. But yeah, they've come and they've soared and they've conquered, and we've been pushed aside. The first time we've been pumped. If you're going to tell me it was going to take the season 7 to be pumped by PSG, it's a pretty good run. It's about time they pumped up, let's be honest, because they're very good. Hopefully this result will spur the boys on to do a little bit better in the next game, because that was pretty deplorable. Thrash the arms. I'm far from pleased. It will be a couple of changes defensively after a performance like that. I have not seen Chinalina be that bad. A twisted ankle is not the worst injury, which is fine. We might be able to even give him an injection, which I would be open to do. 4 to 5 weeks and 6 to 8. We've also got an international break in that, right? Yeah, I reckon we're going to give him the injection there because we do not have Long Yellow back just yet. He's back in 3 to 5 weeks. They're both going to come back at the same time. This is not the injury we wanted. 4 to 5 weeks, no matter. I'm going to give him the injection. He's going to play the next game. It's the first game in Europe. We need a left back. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in a second for the Lecce game. Welcome back, YouTube. Quick save as always. Let's get into the Poznan game. I don't know, Lecce. I think it's Lec personally. But let's get into it. Hopefully it'll be okay. They have made it through qualifying. And they lost the Champions League final playoff game to Olympiacos. Unlucky to come into the Europa League phase. With that as well, they've got them final with West Ham, Legia Warsaw, Panathinaikos, and Arsenal themselves. So, yeah, that's a pretty tough one for them as well. This has to be a win for us. Top goal scorer is this guy here. Looks pretty decent, well-rounded, but not a Nigerian international. Their best player, according to the game, is Alfonso Sozwa. Or Sozwa, I don't know. Looks very well-rounded, actually. Quite fair to him. 3 cuts for Poland. Would have envisioned he might have played a touch more for Poland. But there we are. In terms of changes, I've made a couple. Firstly, Manoz with the injection has to play if I'm giving him the injection, of course. Secondly, I have decided to go 4 over Vinicius. Vinicius obviously got very found out, had to deal with Mbappe and co. Through the 18-year-old under the bus, I think we did. So we've done that. Before we play this game, I am going to go out here and discipline Shinola for half a week with the fine previously as well. Had kept 3 clean sheets in a row to that game, which makes that even more disappointing. There is a temptation to maybe give like an Isidore or a Mikhail this game, but because we got AJ so close together and Harvey AC, 2 relegation-threatened sides, should be able to get through this game against like fairly full strength and then rotate for those 2. I've also decided to drop Dieng, the elder statesman ball winning midfielder. When the forward, get him in. Hopefully we'll do a very good job. He's in pretty good form. Don't think getting Alo Dieng into a game against PSG and then a game 2 days later is smart considering he's coming back from injury. Let's go and get into it. Let's see what we can do. We're going to be without a left back. And we've got 2 long-term injury left backs coming back from injury at the same time. It's getting annoying, the left back injuries stuff now. Let's get into it. It's the Europa League. I love the cut screen, so we'll have a look. They've got Busca up top. Swoza in behind there as well. Izago and Rego at the back as well. Players that people may know from their saves. We're obviously lining up fairly full strength. Hector Fort coming back in, which I know he's going to love. Manoz playing with the injection should be okay. As the teams come out here as well, we are going to be in the black, and obviously the stripe fluoro, they're going to be in the blue. Must win game. If we want to do anything in the Europa League this year, It's must win. I will say it does not matter about these games at the end of the day for us. It'd be nice to be seeded and get through, but at the same stage, if we get knocked out, or if we can't get knocked out at this stage because we'll go into a playoff state game anyway. So, yeah, it does not matter. But I would love to win and put ourselves in a position where we can maybe fight for getting, out and into the round proper, the 16th round proper. Anyway, had a highlight there where Bakayoko could have been slipped in. He wasn't. Vinicius was finding those passes left, right, and centre. Tossen's head finds Ahen, who is getting an injury. That's a mistake, and we're 1-0 down. What a finish from Souza. A mistake from the guy with the injection. And there we are, 1-0 down to Lek Poznan. This could be one of the worst episodes we have all season. 1-0 down. Poor. Just no pace on the ball. And saying that Van Housen should probably get there first anyway because he's facing forward. But yeah, Lek Poznan's had all the ball and the possession. Well, we've had all the possession. They've had all the shots. Now need a goal. You win you get automatic into the Europa League if you win the Conference League. And if you win the Europa League, you get into the Champions League. Question from the chat was, if you win the Conference League, you get Champions League? No. You get Europa League. 1-0 down here. Should be dominating the game. We're not. Ball down the line. Melba lies onside. Dosu's there. That should count. That is going to count. That's 1-0. I think if that touches Bakayoko, that's going to be disallowed because he's offside, or Collie. One of them was on an offside position. Melbalai was the one that came from deep. But we had 3 guys make the same run. Yeah, Collie's offside. Mercifully, it was Melbalai and Dosu at the bat stick. The 2 star boys combining. And after taking a shock 1-0 lead, Lek have been, pegged back. We've had 68% of the ball there. And somehow we've had the same amount of shots on target. And yeah, I'm going to keep morale high and say, well done, boys. You're controlling possession, but realistically, that is a very poor half. Bakayoko now. Hopefully can whip a ball into the front stick and find someone. Van Housen's there. Great header. Zinio van der Housen. We did note last year we barely scored a corner, and it's because they patched front stick corners. This year, because Zeno's been getting more prevalence at the front stick and making more runs, he's a bit of a bigger boy. We're seeing a few more goals come in now through pre-season. We've seen a couple now, I think, in season from some headers now. Take a 2-1 lead. Still been fairly open at the back, but hopefully we'll be okay. I was hoping that we would just dominate and then we could get, the left back off. But unfortunately, I haven't been able to anyway. I end with a ball in Adosu's feet. He can turn. Melba lie. Wenge forward. Billing. Good ball in Adosu again. Moving it around nicely. Billings ball to Dosu, superb. Needs numbers in the area. Turns around, cuts it. Melbalai should finish. Does. Great finish. Melbalai set up Dosu. Dosu now sets up Melbalai. It's now 3-1. Our dominance of possession has started to take effect, which is great. Collie having his first bad game. So I'm actually going to make a couple of early changes here. I think we're allowed 5 subs, so we're going to make the change here for Michele. I'm actually going to leave him pressing forward just to let him play. And Bakayoko has played a lot of minutes, and we're going to get in Issa Indoor out there. Tossen's had a pretty bad game. We're going to be Billing back into there, and we're going to get in Alonso. No, we're going to get Dieng coming back in from injury, I think, and make some changes there. Apparently, Munoz has now come off injured. Of course he has. Chavez will come in there. We might get Dieng in here and Michele up top and make those changes. 4 changes made in the 58th minute. Yes, we do have a game in a few days' time. I would love those boys to be fit. Obviously needed the left back to play considering what's happened in this game. Ball in, cleared away, and it falls to them. They've got 2 against 4 here. Should be able to marshal this, but we do with Dieng. That's what we bought him for on a free. He's a destroyer. He's got great stamina, speed, and ability to win the ball. Dosu's in there. Michele, poor touch. Wins it back, though. Good fight. Great ball to Melbalai. Good touch to Dosu. Michele in the area. Melbalai instead's there. Hit the post. Michele doesn't win the secondary header, which at 6'2" and his jumping ability and strength should do. This game being over, I might actually get to a target man there on support. And I'm going to get Dieng to come in for Melbalai and get him as a shadow striker running beyond. Let's see how we go. 3-1 up now. Should probably have been 4-1 there. A goal for Lek would be interesting, to say the least. Billing wins that header. Only as far as them there. Another ball into the area. Billing just brought it down for him. Mercifully got it away. Getting pegged back here a little bit, which is not what we want to see. And they've got numbers in the box here too. Decent ball in. That's going to be a goal. Just like that, it's 3-2. We've dominated the game, but it's not over. We've dominated the game, but it's 3-2 and it's not over. Just drop down that little bit of tempo. Play for a set piece as well. Start time wasting a touch. Just knock the ball around a touch slower. Take something off this game. Been a bit too open for my liking. Would love the score from the set piece now. Billing's a big boy, heads over, 6'5", 89th minute. 5 minutes of added time and there's a highlight. Dieng wins. McKaylee holds it up nicely. Dieng then runs into no man's land. Keeper thumps one. 2v1 here. Wow, we're going to concede. It's going to be 3-3. Should have been 3-3. He went himself. He went byline and cut it at the ad numbers. Time ticks away. A little bit lucky to win, you would say. Look, we've got the job done. We've won our first game in the Europa League ever, which is great. We had 65% possession, 19 shots, 9 on target, and actually a 2.56. You would say statistically we have deserved to win. But fair play to like Ponzan there. They set in. They set in deep. They hit us on the break regularly. And the front four had a weldy. Yes, their first goal was caused by a mistake, but it is what it is. Anyway, well done, lads. It's a great result. Let's hope this is not a longer-term injury out of Manoz. Had to have played him with the injection, judging by the state of the game. He's now out for 4 to 5 weeks. We've got to definitely leave him out now as well. 3 weeks, that's fine. Should be all okay. Look, out of the episode, yes, we got pumped by PSG. Yes, it's not particularly great. They're just really, really good. We'll get over it. More importantly for me, we did beat Lek Ponzan. Next episode is going to be a doubleheader. It's going to be the Getafe final doubleheader in the Europa League, and we'll give you the goals of the Lille game as well, because that's a big stretch of 3. Big stretch of 4, actually. Might even give you the goals of the OJ Nice game. That's what we're going to do next episode. See you guys then. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day, night, or whatever you're watching from. Give it a like, subscribe. Thank you, and see you then. Bye.